And who am I? Who am I anyway? Who am I to be saying that they aren't doing this the right way? I'm just. You having a good time? Talk to him. Talk to him, Twiggy. Don't be claw stuck. You're claw stuck. There we go. I'm just a guy. Just a guy and a cat, huh? I made it to Master Rank. Hooray! Fireworks. Mission accomplished. USA. USA. It's a culmination of a lot of work and learning that I've done, especially as someone who has not played a Street Fighter game outside of like a party game with drunk friends who can't do quarter circles. Going from being the one dude who can do quarter circles to just enduring like beating after beating all the way from gold up until masters has been a transformative experience. And before we even start, I would really like it to take a moment to appreciate the Street Fighter ranked experience for a new player. Hey, cat's here. If you're new and you haven't reached master, it's honestly just a matter of time. Anyone can do it. It just depends on how long you play, given how the LP distribution works. That's at least part of the reason why, I even got there, was just grinding and taking my lumps and squeezing wins whenever the wind blew my way. The amount of games I had to play, which I think is roughly about 250, provides a pretty solid backbone. I think about like what my character can do, what other people do against my character, and just how mean people can be. The rank experience for a new player honestly feels pretty akin to the League of Legends new player experience, without the aspect of being forced into communicating with actual demonic presences. If you aren't familiar, good for you. But League of Legends requires you to play your account all the way up until level 30 before you can play ranked, which is the real game, really. As an upstart gold idiot that I was, I'm not saying all gold idiots, I'm saying I was, I almost romanticized Master. Like the gold station that I had inherited from my live action GOAT exam was filled with jumpers and random DIs and chronic throwers, the seedy underbelly of the Street Fighter 6 player base. Really, the kind of people who I can only presume don't believe in condoms, and whose main drive in this game is to exchange fluid on DJ's beach. Master, well, that's where the game got civilized. And I had these same thoughts about League of Legends. I was like, once I get to 30, people are gonna be cool, and they are not. They are not cool at 30 in League of Legends, and they're not cool in Masters either. See, from all the way from like platinum to diamond, like the exchanges like escalated. Okay, like people are shimmying for God's sakes. As they grew, I did too. I learned a damn safe jump and everything. Then it happened. I put on my Dirty South 2000s hip hop playlist. I knucked and bucked and snuck my way into Masters, like a child who bought a ticket for Chicken Little but took a left turn into the Saw showing instead. Saw is oddly on the nose for my Master experience, actually. I've lost a lot, and it's not great. It's not outlandish, right? This has happened to me all the way up. There's been a trend my entire journey up. I go up in rank, I lose a bunch, getting acclimated and learning the minute differences between who I am and who I need to be. It's how I process information as a player. It's an unfortunate affliction, and I don't wish my learning style upon anyone, but it's my lot in this game at this point. Master's different, though. This is a clip from an actual Master set that I played. An actual Master set that I played and won. 2-1. I lost a game to this. This is not what I was ready for. My gentle gold brain could not imagine this. It's like a Ferrari running on Jinkum instead of Supreme gasoline. It gets more deranged the lower and lower that I go. I've lost games to these people because I failed to adapt since I'm so perplexed about what is happening in front of me. There are plenty of players that I've lost to that are making good, honest efforts. God bless them. I hope they're having a good day. This person, I hope they take away their ability to vote. But at the same time, if I lost, I lost. In terms of what I can and can't control, I can't control if they win. I can control if I lose. It causes me to kind of take a moment to reflect on this little violent snow globe under the limbs of a microcosm of my own world, a world that's filled to the brim with variables and circumstances inherently outside of my realm of control. And there are wars and conflicts and lapses of justice around every corner of this world that are just simply beyond me. Evil men become rich in this world, peddling snake fang, charm scams, and dreams with high interest rates. It's a world where a pizza can be financed. Are we getting Klarna in the pizza? There's no fixing the world that I can do. I have 2 hands and 10 fingers. I can't fix a capitalist nightmare amusement park. And I can't fix my unhinged opponents. I can't fix Aki. Anyway, here are some things that I learned in my foray into Mastery. This is me getting my ass beat and making like mistakes that really no one should be making. I don't need these. I don't know why I have them on. Making mistakes that people should not be making, right? The number one thing that I've noticed in low masters is that the lower part of it, the people who are there are either me, where they're that bad, we're working on it, but we're not all the way there. We got a few more coaching sessions to pay for before we get to where we gotta pay the cost to be the boss. I think it's people who made it there early, who got there solely on gimmicks, solely 1000% on gimmicks, and in a time frame where the game was too young for people to really know that have the Scantron, the gimmick Scantron, to be able to tell how to deal with those things. And by thus, they are down bad with me, down bad. I lost a game to this. I lost a game. Not a round, a game. It broke my heart. This is what got me here recording. I upset enough. World boss, whoever you are, I hate you. You're gonna run into that. You're also gonna run into. I've matched with 8 Willies today, which does not happen to me. And I'm finally starting to learn how to play against Willie. Doing it rather consistently. But God, is it painful. I don't know if most of the Willie population have been shoved down because Willie has some problems. But I'm getting Willie by the mouthful, dude. 1300, 1200 world. I don't know how low it goes. I made this kind of dooming, right? I'm at 1380, right? But I went down 12. I went down to 12. It happened to me. You don't want to be down there. This is what happens down there. Don't be like me. I feel like I kind of gimmicked my way into Masters now. I'm playing again. I'm doing the Jinrai bullshit. I'm doing fireballs, drive rushes. That may be a disadvantage for me now. I'm playing Jury, getting her through everything, and maybe carbonizing some of the lessons that I could be learning, and just cramming it in there. Be careful how you get to. Don't win. Obviously win. That's what the game's all about. Win at any cost. If it's for $1 million, if it's for a dime, if it's just for a good time, you go out there, and that's the great thing. Here's a clip.
This is what's great about sports. This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game. Hello?
You play to win. This applies to me and my learning style, so this may not do any good for you. But it's just how I kind of learn. I'm going to have to get coached again. I'm going to have to get coached again to ask the questions that now I have. It was an unknown at the previous stage of where I was. Now it's a kind of known unknown. Certainly not a known known. We've gone from not knowing what I don't know to now knowing somewhat what I don't know. So I'm gonna have to start asking questions, and I don't like doing that. Frank, I like coaching. But I don't like asking questions. If anyone has any questions that you think might help me, put them down there. Put them down there, because it could be an unknown unknown. Something you don't know might be something I don't know even exists, right? So just knowing that it exists. Have an open mind. Let's put that in there. Have an open mind. That's a big one. People are doing things that I didn't know these characters could do, frankly. Like they're doing so. Somehow a Chun-Li she's doing like chip moves from Guilty Gear. You know, there's a Marissa that is just armoring. Zangiefs are doing all the shitty, grappler Twitter clips on me. Feels bad. There's something to be said for knowing when to hold them and when to fold them. And I think that the biggest lesson that I've learned is breaks really help, at least for a person like me. It feels worse now as far as like how bad I feel when I lose, which is something I have to deal with. I have to deal with that on my own. But I'm finding the breaks are really super beneficial. Like, don't be afraid to stop. It sounds daunting because you know you can do better, right? This is not representative of like what you do whenever you suffer like a string of bad losses, and it happens to everybody. You could see a pro player have a bad day in a tournament and just eat shit. It can happen to anybody. If anything, it could happen to someone like you or I, even more so because we're not seasoned in the same way. Not that we can't be seasoned in that way, or maybe you are. I don't know you. I don't know who you are, but I'm not. So I found doing chores around the house. If you have a roommate, a partner, parents, they'll love you doing that. I wash dishes daily now. I wash dishes pretty much. Just because it's something I can control. I don't have to worry about the plate dry rushing me. I was like, soapy and it drops or something. That hasn't happened yet. That's wood. Don't worry, that's wood. I've kept a set of dumbbells by my desk. I'm strongly considering like right over here, punching bag. The heavy bag, an inconvenience for me to get in to the desk style bag. Get upped on your gimmicks. All right, get ready for some stupid shit, because stupid shit's gonna happen, especially as you start losing. It's gonna get worse. You have to be the bigger person. All right, you gotta be strong. Number 3, don't shortchange yourself in learning about stuff. What I would do, because I notice people would just eat Dragon Lash Kick. They would just eat it every time from like across the stage. They would just eat it, and then I started getting beat up for it. Then I started getting beat up bad for it. Just don't do the move. You're gonna lose some games because of it, sure. Play around with it. It's a game. It's water, dude. It's agua. That helped me. Just forgetting Dragon Lash Kick existed for a while. And then I got back. You know, kiss somebody. That's a good one. My experience of Masters has been good. Performance-wise, it's been bad. Fun-wise, it's been pretty good. Progress-wise, it's been good, I feel like. If you're not there, you're gonna get there. It's really just a matter. Anyone can get there. It's a merit. It's literally how much you play the game. Just because how the rewards work out when you win versus when you lose. You're gonna get there. And when you do, don't feel as disheartened as I have in the past like few days or so. Because it's not a big deal. A, it's just a game. B, you're gonna get better. C, bad days. If it can happen to Daigo, it can happen to you. Me and Daigo are the same. And yeah, kiss somebody. That's right. Bring it back to kiss somebody. I even made a little ass Reddit post. I made a little ass Reddit post about this, and a lot of people have somewhat similar experiences in all this. Like, you know, a lot of people throwing the word scrub around. I don't really agree with that. I think some people are just playing how they play. There have been some nuggets of very insightful information in this is so good. Honestly, people who are better than you seem so good until you get to their level, and then all of a sudden they seem like trash. What seems random or scrubby really depends on how good you currently are in your understanding of the game. Beef Jerky, I think that is incredibly insightful and true. When we are confronted with things that we don't know or things that we're not expecting, some people, namely me, have a hard time adapting to that, and they kind of blow it up. You know, they do the mountain into a molehill. Mountain to a molehill. They do the mountain into a molehill thing, where there's like, this is unbeatable. This is just, I can't do it. And then eventually, you do it, and you realize, oh well, they're a clown, huh? This is my biggest fear. This is what I'm worried. This is what I'm worried my reality is. You know, this is who I want to be. Some of the worst players in my local couldn't get into plat in previous Street Fighter games. I'm sure I couldn't if I tried. They're a master now and still terrible. That's not who I want to be. I hope I'm not setting myself up. Yeah, I recommend take a look at this. They have a lot of insightful things. I've given my thoughts on it, but if you'd like a kind of a collection of thoughts from around the Street Fighter Reddit community, they're there. There's some poignant points and some not so poignant points. But if you watch this, hey, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm a little bit mad, but I'm going to be okay. You know, it's going to be all right. What is recording audio?
Check it out.
Oh, it's the Street Fighter.